Hello, Gifted Soul here back for another pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is regarding what you should be focusing on for the rest of January. We are, I wouldn't call this mid-January, but I guess you could call it that. But these messages can apply for any time. However, I'm specifically more so thinking about January 2021. Whether it's the beginning or the middle or towards the end, it applies. So let's get started. I have three piles with three crystals or stones, rather. If you can, this is citrine, rose quartz, and amethyst. I don't know why it's not showing up very well right now, but yeah. So anyway, so again, just pick your pile, meditate on which one may be best for you. If you need time to pick a pile before I get started, simply just pause, and there will be timestamps waiting for you in the pinned comment as well as the description box below. So yeah, and the decks I'm using, they'll be in the description box below as well if you're interested in learning what decks I use for this particular video. For example, this top card is the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle deck. It is by John Holland. If anybody's interested in that. The rest are going to be linked down below as well. Probably not with links, but just at least the name of the deck and the creator. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you in pile number 1. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 1. Again, this is a reading regarding what you should be focusing on, or just advice, maybe even predictions regarding January 2021. I know we've already started that time frame here, but some of these things could have already happened as well, since we are, already in January. So keep that in mind. So again, you guys chose centering, and so I feel like this is about, for you guys, taking action, taking initiative, allowing yourself to be your motivation as well, and kind of just taking pride in what you're doing right now, especially when it comes to work and career. So let's see. We have a child's love. So it looks like you guys are needing to have fun with whatever you're doing. Not necessarily not taking it seriously, but coming up with different ideas, seeing the world through a child's eyes, using your imagination when it comes to any endeavors that you have, especially for this month. It says, the love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. And so if that doesn't resonate with you the way that I've spoken it out, this could also be about you needing to spend more time with your parents, or maybe even your children, kind of focusing on them for right now. Yeah. So turning that on so you guys can see the actual color of the card, because for some reason, without this light right now, you can't really tell. I don't know what's going on, but I hope you guys can see it. We have 3 of Wands. And to me, 3 of Wands is pretty much about preparing yourself for something. The number 3 in general to me is like teamwork and taking action. So back to what I said here when I was looking at this stone. So just preparing yourself. I feel just kind of getting, I feel like you guys are going to be hearing some news coming up in the next, maybe, Spirit is showing me 3 to 5 weeks, could be days, from when you're watching this, but I do feel like for some of you it's going to be weeks, maybe even months, that you're going to hear some type of news regarding a job. And so Spirit, or or anything in general, but it could be mostly a job or career, some type of passion for most of you here that are watching this. Um, but and obviously that's not going to resonate with everybody, so keep that in mind and estimate any time frames that I give. That's even for personalized readings. Um, when it comes to time frames, yes, I am pretty good at them, but I always remind my clients or those that I read for that it can always happen soon after, or depending on free will, things can change. So just keep that in mind. And since we're doing a collective, it's most definitely not going to be everybody's case. So keep that in mind as well. But just preparing yourself to hear some type of news. Could even be about a child. Um, I don't like to make these types of predictions. I don't even offer them for personal readings. So keep in mind, if you do get a personalized reading from me, I will not answer that type of question. But for some of you, you could even maybe find out you're expecting a child or something in the next 3 to 5 weeks. Or maybe this is what you're focusing on. Maybe you're focusing on conceiving. And other times, this is a message that can be from a spirit baby, meaning a baby in heaven that you may have lost due to miscarriage or maybe stillbirth or any cause, regardless of what it is. This is a message from them also if you had that, um, that they are reaching their hand out to you for support and they are sending you some blessings on the way. So we have awareness. I feel like this is about being aware of your surroundings, especially in January 2021. Staying on alert, being observing, and making sure that I feel like you're doing things for the right reasons as well. Memories of love. So that's our Six of Cups there. So it looks like some of you are going to be reunited with an opportunity or maybe even a love offer coming in from somebody from the past in January. Or again, Spirit is wanting you to prepare yourself for that earlier on, even if it doesn't happen this month. It's saying that it's coming and that, they're trying to prepare you early. Like I said earlier about this being about preparing yourself. At least that's how I read it. So you have discovery. Um, and there's an 8 there. What I feel with that is I feel like this is going to be the base of your entire reading, pile one, because like I did say, preparing yourself for some news, or maybe you're going to discover something that you're going to have to pass along to somebody else if it's not what I've already said. But you're going to come into some type of aha moment if you haven't already. Again, since we're already kind of a little deep into January, um, we're not that far off, but we're still, in, um, far enough. But yeah, some discoveries are coming. I feel like maybe somebody may be hiding something from you guys, or just kind of telling you something, but not all of the situation, and you're going to figure out the things that they're not telling you. Um, and I feel like some of you are going to be making some discoveries about a most recent ex here as well. Or maybe some things you already know, but you're going to bring them to light, or they're going to come to light. Your aha moments, your intuition is all going to be confirmed through whatever this discovery is. Okay, so your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. Okay, so you do not have to be a Taurus, and this does not have to be the timing for this either. It's pretty much just a card. I'm just focusing on the aspect of your dreams need a practical plan. So preparation, making sure you have your list, a checklist, and I feel like maybe doing things in order. Some of you may be doing things a little bit backwards, which is why you're not seeing any progress. You may even be aware of that, but Spirit is saying if you are aware of it, you need to do something about it. Write things down, and take action accordingly. We have patience here, so it looks like You're going to get your outcome that you want, the desired outcome that you've been looking for, but it's going to take you time to get there. It's going to take this plan a little bit of time to brew and to actually go somewhere, but it is going to manifest. We have pause. So this is really just about taking a step back, reevaluating some things, and coming back to it when you're more prepared, when you're more ready, or even when you're more able to do whatever this is. A guardian angel is sending a message of needing to stop what you're doing and revitalize your plan. As far as like, how do I say this? As far as like the plan that you have right now, it may not be up to par 100%. So you need to maybe change some things around, stop the process, redo your plan, and go back to the drawing board. And then when you get things reevaluated, come back to it. Okay, so I was interrupted, so I don't know where I stopped at. But we have this here, the diamond card. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So kind of needing to give yourself more credit for the things that you have done. Focusing on allowing people to know that you're behind a certain cause or behind something that just something that turned out well. Don't be modest about it. Just allow people to know that it came from you. You have a lot of value and a lot of power. So the main message is giving yourself more credit and not allowing other people to take credit for something that you've done. Or even if you partially helped people, you did something. So give yourself credit for the part that you had in something. Even whatever this plan is, even if you're not doing it by yourself, you still had a hand in it. So be proud of yourself and just know that you have helped people come a long way as well as yourself. So we have clean energy food. So this says, when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. So some of you, I don't do health readings either, but this could be not even just about food and changing your diet and stuff. This could be also about kind of detoxing who you choose to spend your time with, or how much involvement you are, or how much investing you are doing in somebody else's life. Just kind of maybe putting people before you, and maybe some of you could be maybe not making enough time to eat. Maybe you're only eating a couple times a day. I need to work on that myself. It's not that I don't want to eat. It's simply I be busy, and sometimes I just don't feel like getting anything. But you definitely can't, go long and, keep that up. So I'm taking that advice myself. So, yeah. And then we have play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. So, playfulness. Back to this message here, which was the very first card that came up for pile number 2. A child's love, and then you have play with a child. So spending more time with your children if you have any. Maybe this could even be fur babies as well. And for the most part, even if you don't have children, if you have nieces and nephews or maybe younger cousins that fit this bill, maybe spend some time with them, and they're going to help give you some type of inspiration. And like I said, this is pretty much just about having fun with what you're doing, especially for January 2021 and even just 2021 in general for all of you or most of you. So surrender to the wisdom of your body. So back to the clean energy food. Making sure you have more water intake and stuff like that. So listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. So pretty much this is saying that your intuition is sending you messages through your, not just your brain and your mind, but your body and your soul. And if something feels off when you're around somebody within any of those regions within yourself, that means that maybe you should kind of lessen your involvement with them, like I said earlier before this even came out, or decide to kind of cut them off completely, or if it's a situation, same applies for that. And our last message here is the alchemical artist. So I don't know how to pronounce that. I know what it is, but I'm not pronouncing it correctly, I'm pretty sure. But this is just about alchemy pretty much. So alchemical artist. Yeah, I think you guys know what I'm saying. But alchemy is pretty much kind of like putting things together and manifesting, like getting your different ingredients. Like it says here with the your dreams need a practical plan. You need to, like I said, write things down. Maybe even do like a chart, maybe on the resources you may need, ingredients, and just maybe working on different formulas or different approaches to one particular thing. But the base of your reading is preparing yourself and writing things down and coming up with a plan, strategizing, especially for January 2021. So that is all I have for pile number 1. Let me know if this made any sense, if you resonated with it. Yeah, and if you like personalized reading, I do have monthly forecast readings for $15.99. That's been my regular price since I've offered it, which has been a few years or so now. All it is I'm just giving you a rundown of what to focus on this month, or what spirit wants you to put what spirit wants you to put as a priority, or predictions, whatever wants to come up. It's about no more than, it can be very short, but it depends on the energy of who I'm looking into at the time. But I would say at the longest, it may be about 15-minute video. I don't use many cards in that one as well, so that's another reason why. But I use a total of 4 cards in that particular video. So, but if you're interested, you can contact me at the information provided in the description box. And I will also link the particular service in a pinned comment in the description box as well, so that you can just go directly toward checkout and get that. And depending on what part of the month you order it in, you can have it within 2 to 3 days after purchase, that particular reading only. And it is only whenever you purchase it, it's going to be for that current month that you purchase it for. So keep that in mind. But anyway, that's all I have for pile 2. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought and if it resonated. If it did resonate with you, I would appreciate it very much if you would hit that subscribe button, and also leave me a thumbs up and a comment, and share if you feel inclined to. It will help me out a lot. I wish you guys love and light, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 2. This is a reading regarding what you should be focusing on, or possible predictions for January 2021. So you guys chose the rose quartz, which is pretty much all things love, your heart chakra, attracting love, self-love, things like that, manifesting love. But yeah, I paused very briefly because there was a big truck coming through, and I didn't want you guys to have to hear that. Now, a lot of the times, this simply only happens where traffic wants to come through right when I'm recording. It's like people know. I'm also kind of close by a window, and yeah. So we have study. So doing some research on something, gathering your facts, kind of a little bit like pile one, but it kind of popped up later on in their reading rather than in the beginning. Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new that is an opportunity to expand. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. So, pretty much a need to gather more information about something. Just in general, working on your study habits or making sure that, yeah, you want to study, but you don't want to make it all that you do as well. But just creating a balance, of course, but do make time for studying or doing some type of research. So we have 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like the studying is going to bring about happy family home life as far as like finances is concerned as well. New career opportunities. Just more stability when it comes to money and maybe even materialistic things as well. But yeah, let's see. We have stand your ground. Pretty much that's just saying for you to set some boundaries. And also clearing your energy of anything that is toxic as well. And then we have Spirit trying to say that just to remember that you can say no. And I also feel like I need to say that all that glitters isn't gold. So if somebody's coming to you offering you all of this success and all of this money and these just opportunities for new beginnings, make sure before you sign on to do your research, to study. Don't just accept something just because it sounds good. Make sure you do your research first. That's what I feel, and not to go back on your research. Material harvest. So it looks like you guys are very much finally going to see the fruits of your labor, the seeds that you have planted growing, especially in January. And if you planted a seed this this month, it is definitely going to grow. For some of you, this is already work that you've already done, but for those of you that are getting started, this is a message saying that you are going to see what it is you're looking for, and it is going to help you gain. I do feel some offers coming in, but again, you do most definitely need to do your research before you put your signature on something. Happy success. Wow, so you guys are really headed towards victory from some things that you've already done this month or some things that you need to go ahead and start before the month is out. That way, the next couple of months you can see all of these rewards. But it looks like you guys are headed towards success either way. Your hard work is paying off. Wow. New moon in Capricorn. Like I mentioned in pile one, you do not have to be a Capricorn. This does not have to be the timing. I'm simply focusing on your hard work is paying off for the most part when it comes to this deck. But, but yeah, like I said, for some of you, this is already stuff that you have already put in the work for. But for others of you, you're going to be starting or have started this work this month, and you're going to see some success in the next couple of months or so. Maybe even sooner than that. So we have acceptance. I don't know. I kind of feel like this could be about constructive criticism. Not allowing constructive criticism to change your brand or whatever it is that you are trying to put out there for other people. But yes, taking constructive criticism, we all have to do it. It doesn't mean that you're not talented or that you're not good at what you do. It simply means that maybe, you could do something a bit different. Acceptance also Simply means just to embrace what you got. Use what you have is what Spirit is showing me. Um, like, you don't need to go to the store right now or buy a bunch of stuff up online at the moment, because I feel like you have enough things to get started already. And if you've already bought something before this video, I feel like that's enough to get you started as well, even if it was one thing. So Spirit is saying just to accept and look around you. What is around you that you can use? Confidence. So kind of like pile 2, we talked about self-worth. So Saint Michael, the Archangel. You're being given some confidence here that you need to use. If you don't have confidence, Spirit is saying to don't be afraid to show that you're confident in your abilities. And like I said in pile 1, taking pride in what you're doing. It looks like most of this is career readings, but you can make it resonate in other areas of your life. I didn't make it specifically for any one area. It's just whatever wants to come up for each pile, so keep that in mind. So aquamarine, divine life purpose, trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Yeah. So any spiritual signs that you have been getting, you are needing to pay attention to those and needing to know that it is a part of what you are supposed to be doing. And it's going to lead to prosperity, but you have to stay on that path. Don't get distracted too much. And again, be optimistic. Know that that's where you belong. I feel like you've already kind of found a tribe, but Spirit is saying not to give up just because it may seem like there are some differences between you and another group of people or whatever the case is. Because even though you find your tribe, you have to remember that even in your tribe, they're not going to be exactly like you. So keep that in mind. We have words of abundance. So before I read that, this is pretty much just about learning how to use your words, not using negative connotations when explaining things. For example, you don't want to constantly say, I'm broke, I don't have any money, I don't have this, I don't have that. Because when you say that and say that constantly, you're manifesting for you to stay stuck in your situation. So make sure that you be mindful of the words that you are using when explaining things. So you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own in the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. That is what you attract for yourself and others. And it may not always work, but it's worked the few times that I've used it and I've told people to use this type of mindset. Let's just say somebody that I know, they've been having a hard time getting a job. And they kept saying that I hope I get something is a way to, keep things from happening for you the way you want it to happen. But I literally, you know how you have to spoon feed a kid to tell them, to eat the food, how babies don't like baby food and stuff like that. I literally had to text this person and be like, stop saying these words because you're only about to stay stuck. You're only creating more negative karma for yourself. And so they took that advice eventually. And what happened after is they pretty much got a job the next day, I think it was. Now that's not going to always happen. And I'm not saying that it only happened because I reassured that person and made them change their words around, but that it did help. Because once the universe sees that you're positive about something, they're going to want to bring it to you and make sure that you have it. So, words of abundance. So we have rest your mind, silence is good, self-care. So it looks like, changing your mindset, and also there might be a need to move in silence, especially with these people that are offering you these things this month or coming up. Don't tell them everything, all of your ideas. So silence, yeah, moving in silence. And if you're wondering if you should reach out to somebody this month, this is your answer that no, it isn't the right time. But through silence, eventually the other person will probably break that. So just kind of wait a little bit if you can. Surrender to passion. So yeah, confidence, passion, pride, pretty much all the same thing. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So if, the people you are around, if they tend to kind of make you, like even when you're around, even if they don't say anything, if they make you, if you start to feel a little weird, kind of like, I'm trying to see if I said this in pile 1. So there are a lot of similarities in pile 1 and pile 2 for the most part. So I do definitely recommend you watch that if you want. You don't have to, but it's there if you want to. But yeah, kind of just, I feel like Spirit is saying don't dim your light to fit in. So I feel like you may often do that to make sure that everybody else gets their blessings, but it's your turn now. So Spirit is saying for you to allow yourself to celebrate, allow yourself to be passionate. Don't hold back just because you're afraid that somebody else isn't going to get attention. Eventually, they're going to get to where they need to be, and everybody moves at their own pace. So just remember that. And like it says, get out of your head and do what it is that you came here to do. Again, don't hold back at anybody else's expense. Alright, so we have fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. So I feel like some of you are star seeds or may identify as star seeds. You have a very unique journey from what I'm seeing. And you're meant to make a lot of change based on the things that you have been through. You're meant to teach people. You're meant to teach people based on mistakes that you have made or what you may call mistakes. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to say no need to regret anything that you have been through or have done or whatever the case is, because it all shaped you to be the person you are today. And that is a part of your life purpose, to show people that, hey, I did this, so you probably don't want to do that. You want to do it this way. So you're kind of meant to help people strategize as well. And I feel like you are very helpful to people, and you do help with people's projects and stuff with more than your own, to where your own takes a backseat. So that's what I mean by not allowing other people, not holding back at somebody else's expense. It's not your job to, like I said, you are meant to help people in this way, but it's not, it doesn't mean you can't be passionate about what you do and let people see that you are good at it too, is what I'm saying. So number 2, January 2021, what you need to focus on, maybe predictions. Take it how you want to take it. Again, not all of it is going to resonate with everybody. It may not resonate with you at all, so keep that in mind. And also remember that pick a card readings are not reflective on my talents or even any other reader talents, because we're doing mass collective readings. It's not going to resonate with everybody. It's actually quite impossible. However, it could. I wouldn't say impossible, but I would look for it. So, but if it doesn't resonate here, that doesn't mean you get a private reading from me or someone else and it's just automatically not going to resonate just because it didn't resonate here. So keep that in mind. If you want a personalized version of this reading, I don't use this many cards. I only use a total of, I think I said 4 cards in this particular reading. $15.99, just a rundown of what to expect for the month, or just whatever Spirit wants you to put your mind on and your focus on in the month, whatever Spirit wants to reveal, kind of like this, except yes, cards are used. I'll have it linked below if you are interested. $15.99. Again, if you order it this month, it'll be looking into this month. Okay. So for example, don't order and February if you want it to be a video reading about March. If you want March, you have to order it in March. Like at the beginning of March type of thing. So keep that in mind. But anyway, that's all I have. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if something already resonated, what you learned from this. And yeah, please like the video, subscribe if it resonated and you are new. I appreciate it very much. Share if you feel inclined to. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I wish you love and light. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 3. This is a reading regarding January 2021. What you should focus on, what you should prioritize, or just whatever spirit wants to bring up regarding this month. And this is Amethyst. And I feel like this, for you guys at this time, is more so about you perceiving things differently. Looking beyond the situation is what Spirit is showing me for those of you who have picked this stone today. Okay, so ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors, and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We asked you at this poignant time, I know that word, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say it right, to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So it looks like you guys have been closely watched by your ancestors, whether living or deceased, and not in a creepy way, just simply that you are being protected by these people. They have a lot of information to give to you, maybe through even other people like your parents or something like that. You may not get it directly from them, but you will receive it. But maybe even doing a little research online. Looks like all of the piles have that in common, needing to do some type of research. But yeah, using that wisdom to your advantage. You are definitely meant to use some type of wisdom you have within yourself right now. And I feel like this is more so about inner wisdom for you guys, where it's like you have a lot of inner wisdom. You're an old soul, regardless of what your age is. And, you know, that is something that really could bring you a lot of prosperity. And the green here is like your heart chakra. So you may need to work on that as well. King of Swords. Anytime I see a king, regardless of what suit it's in, it reminds me of somebody knowing what they want and can get whatever they want. Because, you know, kings and queens, they have people working for them pretty much. So it's just like, if I don't have it, I can get it. I can get somebody to bring it to me type of thing. You know, kind of like waiting on you hand and foot. So with this, we have maybe some air sign energy here. And I do feel water signs because of the green representing emotions. So I don't know if you are an air sign or water sign. Could be in other areas of your chart, somebody you're thinking of, or simply just the energy you're taking on at this time. If I mention signs, you do not have to be these signs at all. It's just what Spirit is bringing to me to relay to some of you, or what maybe the cards may suggest. So keep that in mind. So for example, if I say Leo, it doesn't mean you have to be one for it to resonate. So, but King of Swords, I don't know, Spirit is asking or telling me to tell you to kind of release some type of pressure you have on yourself about something, or maybe somebody's trying to pressure you into something, somebody in an authoritative, a position of authority pretty much. I don't feel like the king has like any bad intentions. However, I do feel like sometimes they can make you feel like you have to do something you don't want to do. So keep that in mind as well. I'm going to have to come back to that because I feel like there's more information to get from that. We have truth. Speaking your truth. And again, figuring out who you are, your roots, doing some research on that. just asking some questions to some relatives that are still living, your parents or whoever is around that can maybe tell you about the stuff they already told you. You're meant to do something with the information, passing it along or even using it in a project or something. Um, and it looks like for some of you, I see an air sign coming through with some type of confession for this month. And if not this month, it is going to be coming shortly after. Um, Purple to me signifies Aquariuses for some reason. It's always been like that for me, where when I see the color purple, the sign that automatically comes through is Aquarius. Um, so if not like January Aquarius season, it's going to be maybe February Aquarius season, where you're going to somebody's going to give you some type of confession or trust you with some type of truth. Could be a lover or romantic interest, or possibly simply, again, you needing to do some research and asking people around you for information regarding your family tree and things like that. We have fulfillment of wishes, so 9 of Cups. Yeah, something you wanted is coming. And because this is a Cups card, I'm willing to bet that for most of you, this is relationship-wise, as in the romantic sense. So, a lot of green. Green, green. So, heart chakra, keeping your emotions in check. But yeah. Let's see. Spirit. Angels of the 4 directions. So, with this, that flashlight is annoying me. With this, I feel that when I see this, it's about you having angels and people in different corners here to support you and protect you. There's always somebody on your team that's there for you and wanting the best for you. Spirit wants you to, there's some more purple. So following your intuition, your angels are sending you messages that you need to focus on, probably in order for you to get this wish fulfillment. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. You do not have to be a Scorpio. Like I said earlier with the signs, I'm not even going to repeat it because it's just like, gifted soul. You don't say it a million times and I get you. So that's what that is. But when I'm looking at this deck here, I'm more so focusing on just those keywords there. So it's time to release negativity. Whether that's people around you, pretty much people around you or things that no longer serve a higher vibrational purpose for you. If it lowers your vibration, it's time to say goodbye to it. It's too much purple in here, so you guys, if haven't not already, you're going to be going through maybe a spiritual awakening. You can go through more than one. So even if you have already been through one, you may be getting ready to go through another one. Or maybe you're coming out of another one, and that's going to help you release this negativity. Spiritual awakenings are nothing to necessarily be afraid of. They can maybe kind of cause maybe just a little bit of anxiety possibly. But spiritual awakenings in general, it's nothing to go crawl under your blanket about, so it's okay. But yeah, so let's see, we have self-reflection, so kind of maybe doing a life review, figuring out if you're meant to be in a certain situation or with a person or on the path that you are on. And I do kind of feel twin flame energy in this. I don't use that word a lot because it's a word people overuse. I'm not gonna lie. But I believe in them, but I feel like everybody wants one until they get one. So and that goes for soulmates too, because soulmates are not all they're cracked up to be either. But I feel like through somebody, you're figuring out who you are, especially this month, and what you really want. You may decide that that connection or whatever it is, this friendship is no longer for you. And that could be this negativity you're needing to let go of. And in general, self-reflection is just you doing a whole life review, like I said earlier, kind of eliminating things that are not working for you, focusing on what is working for you. So, miracle. So it looks like you guys are about to receive a miracle. We have Christ here. Now, my path is Jesus. I'm not forcing nobody else to be into that. It's not my job, and I am more than willing and capable of being friends with everybody, regardless of what your religion is or what the case is. But my path happens to align with Jesus Christ, but to each their own. And yes, I do read for people that, have a different path. I'm not like, I don't, limit my services to people. The only people I won't read for are people, are kids and people that are not of adult age. That's the only limitation I'll do as far as like when it comes to reading people, certain people. But off topic here, but it looks like once you figure out like this self-reflection thing and releasing negativity, you're going to get a miracle out of it. Even a miracle that maybe even a blessing in disguise, even a miracle that maybe you didn't expect or want, but you will want it once it gets here. But I do see wish fulfillment, but it talks about you guys needing to sacrifice something, letting go of certain things before you can get there. And I feel like maybe realizing a truth that's been there all along. You've already, pretty much know what it's going to take, but you're just not making that move. So your advice here is, what are you waiting for? More purple. Yay. Okay. Too much purple. I said that like very depressing. I didn't mean it like that, but it's just purple, 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 purple. Is that it? It's purple. Purple everywhere. But citrine. So I do actually in one of the piles have a citrine. Now some crystals come in multiple colors. I'm actually not sure if there is a purple citrine, but the citrine I have is this color here. If you may need to go back to the pile that this was in, and I think this was in pile 1, to get more information about what citrine is bringing you. But unnecessary worries, release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solution. So it looks like a lot of your negativity is coming from just you being worried. Like needing to worry is a wasted emotion, y'all. So when you're worried about something too much, it does cause a shift, and it can create more negativity rather than taking you out of it. So just make sure you're kind of releasing your worries, maybe praying about it, doing something to get it off your mind. Advice Gifted Soul needs to be taken right now. I'm not gonna lie. But finding something to motivate you and distract you from whatever it is you're worried about. Like, for instance, a lot of you know that I've been worried a lot lately as far as like being anxious. And you know what I do? A lot of the times, what I do to get rid of or to just kind of help ease my mind is I get into my work. And my work is simply maybe uploading a video for you guys or getting client readings done and stuff. It actually does help a lot. So some of the times when you see me uploading and it's out of the blue, yeah, Gifted Soul might be going through something, and her working through that is by her giving you guys content. So no secret, it is not anymore. But I'm not saying that that's the only time I upload, but sometimes, you know, if I'm uploading like that, then yeah, it's probably because I'm trying to get something off of my mind. It's usually not necessarily anything to be worried about. However, um, you know, we just think about stuff we have no control over. But yeah. Abundance mindset. I don't have this thing positioned right, so I'm actually kind of having to stand up to show you the cards appropriately, which is what I'm about to do yet again. So we have abundance mindset, and it says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So manifestation, and visualization. Mind over matter. And that's the point I was trying to make a second ago about focusing on things that we can't control. Mind over matter. It's not as worse as it looks or it seems. So, having an abundance mindset. So, be patient. Be willing to pass up good for great. Like I said, sacrificing something, letting go of something, this negativity or something in general is going to get you those miracles and that wish fulfillment. And then just having patience. Once you let go of that, have patience for things to work out. And again, you're going to get something even better than what you wanted, is what I feel here. Surrender to the habit of people pleasing. Pile 2 kind of talked about this in a different way, but still kind of the same message. So check it out if you're interested. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was pile 2 that I talked about this in. I feel like we're all kind of mirroring each other at this point with these piles, but and that goes back to speaking your truth, like we talked about. Even if it may be hurtful, you can be nice about it. You can be blunt and nice at the same time. It's possible. I done did it a million times. So it's not impossible. But yeah, I do recommend going back to pile number, I have to think about it for a second. What pile was that? I think it was pile 2. I'm not sure. But all these piles have at least one thing in common. Oh, and by the way, there's some more purple. So, and maybe your favorite color is purple as well. But like I said, when I see purple, I don't necessarily just think of air signs. I think of Aquarius. I've always thought of that. Is that birthstone? What am I talking about? I am an Aquarius, but my birthstone is not purple. I'm trying to... I don't know, but I've always associated purple with Aquarius. At least that's the symbol spirit gives me. So we're all different when it comes to messages we get from our guides and stuff, and why they give them to us. And again, purple always symbolizes Aquarius energy to me. I had to think about that for a second, because I'm like, the birthstone for Aquarius is not purple. But yeah. I don't know what the heck that is, but yeah. Our last message: the hero of your cosmic journey. The hero of your cosmic journey. So you see that sword there? That was unnecessary, but let's just say that I'm going to view this as Ace of Swords, because it's got the sword. And it looks like it's overcoming everything. It's even able to kind of stick in whatever this is. It's a tough thing. You've gone through a lot, but now you're finally getting to that victory. You've waited, you've sacrificed, and now your miracle is there. So I feel like this is about you being your own hero of your own journey. Kind of like pile 2, I think, where I was saying that they were star seeds. I feel like maybe you guys are maybe star seeds as well, or identify as star seeds, or possibly simply just based off of what you've gone through before. You're able to make better plans for yourself. And it saves you from making other mistakes, and also is how you're going to get prosperity. But yeah, I do see a lot of mental clarity coming January 2021, or a need to kind of try to focus on where you can get that from. You may not get it directly from the source. It'll probably be from within for the most part, but I do feel like you will get it this month or shortly after. So that is all I have for pile number 3. I hope this resonates and makes sense. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this reading. If it resonated, it's not necessarily supposed to at this time, but there are bits and pieces that may already make sense to you guys, or just something you have to wait for. But in any case, leave me a like. Let me know what you thought. I'm going to try to respond to everybody, but I don't see all the comments because YouTube holds some of them for review for whatever reason. And then I have taken off. I did take my YouTube, or change my settings where I don't get the notifications sent to my phone anymore, because it was a lot. So I turned that off, but I do try to go back in the studio, the YouTube studio, and go through some of the comments if I can, or even go back directly to the video to see if anybody commented, because otherwise sometimes even with those notifications on, I'm still not getting the comments. So for example, you could have sent me a comment 3 months ago and I'm only just now seeing it today. So if you made a comment, I don't heart or say nothing or like it or anything. It's simply because I didn't see it for the most part. Or I've had too many comments to where I can't, realistically answer them all, which barely happens, but depends on what kind of video I do and how many people are interested. I can get flooded with comments. So bear with me. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. If you're interested in a personalized version of this reading, less cards are used, and it's going to be none of these that I actually use in that reading. But, and again, if you order the reading, you have to order the reading in the month you want it. So you can't order the monthly forecast for March in February, for example. That's how I do mine. So, yeah. But anyway, I wish you guys love and light. I hope you learned something from this. If anything, share if you feel inclined to. Like, comment, and subscribe. And leave me some suggestions on future pick a card readings. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Love and light.